Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz going up against the Orlando Magic. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello. And we've got David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines. So, Clark, here we are in the early portion of the season. Some teams have stumbled on the starting gates. What do you think they've got to do to get back on track?
Well, I think the first thing is you can't panic, Kevin. It's too early. Stay with your good habits, stay disciplined, trust the process, and keep doing the work, and eventually the results will turn around.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Stockton looking around. Malone sets the pick for Stockton. There's the dish to Edwards. Lock at 6. Malone with the screen. Shoots a fader. Here's Brown. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
What's up?
And that one misses. On offense, here are the Magic. Anderson outside. The pass to Scott. Over Stockton. Scott can't get it to go. And so Brown will bring it up for Utah. Outside, Edwards. It's deflected. Here's Skiles. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Pass to Kite. Scott is screened. And that's a foul called on John Stockton. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's Edwards on the wing. That's it, 5 from 18. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And when you're guarding him, you've got to fight over the top.
Block and trail around the screen and deny the perimeter shot.
The Jazz have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
One shot.
Free throw good, Edwards. And it's the Magic with the ball. It's a 3-point game. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
I thought their bench was instrumental in that one.
What a luxury to have that kind of scoring power in reserve.
Now, here's Scott. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And his 2 blocks really had an impact, guys. He really made his presence known and proved once again that he's a very capable defender.
So it's the Jazz now, following the bucket by Orlando. Stockton kicks to Malone. Over Anderson. Another shot. Brown. And another shot. It's hauled in by Newman.
And the shooter had really no airspace to get that shot off. That's good D.
Yeah, terrific defense. Doing a great job contesting without foul.
I don't think there was any question about that being a foul.
Yeah, no debate here. We could clearly see the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And Anderson is a key part of this rotation, specifically because of his scoring ability.
That one is no good.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Edwards can't hit. Orlando, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Skiles, the pass to Scott. Looking for Anderson. He gets it there. Takes it off the glass.
A tough frame to deal with inside. Anderson knows just how to use his body to his advantage.
Stockton outside. Passes it to Edwards. Malone left side. And it's Malone finishing it off.
The flush. Malone is another level athlete.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Skiles. Coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Here's Scott. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Scott's got his second basket of the night.
An assist machine. Skiles has such a gift for finding the holes in the defense.
Stockton passes to Edwards. Now Malone. Low block shot on the way. And it's Kite with the rebound. Kite's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Scott kicks to Anderson. Scott against Edwards. Scott dishes to Anderson. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. Kite.
Coaches love when your 2 makes a nice pass. Anderson with a smart delivery.
Jazz trail by 4. Oh, and they need a basket in the worst way.
I think they're forcing things right now, and it's why their offense looks so pedestrian.
Now here's Malone. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game.
Boy, I love watching Stockton share the ball. He does it with such aplomb. He's unselfish and always looking for the open man.
Here's Skiles. Pass to Newman. Good work defensively by Malone. And here's Malone. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Trailing by 2. Their last encounter was in Orlando. They were able to handle the Magic.
Well, you know, they beat this team in their last matchup, and it wasn't that close.
Well, they got the other side starters into foul trouble. Really took advantage of the substitution, and that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
Orlando, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
I've been really really impressed with some of the adjustments coach has made here in this ball game.
Yeah, as the game has moved along, coach has done a nice job making the necessary changes.
Bailey is checked in for Utah.
Number 41, number 15, Bailey.
And so here's Orlando. Here's Skiles. He has yet to score. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Look at Orlando lurking in the basement of the conference for the time being. They're not pleased with their performance so far this season. So it's the Jazz now. And here's Malone. He had 22 points in the win against the Rockets in Houston. He kicks it to Stockton. This is to Malone.
The next foul will put them in the penalty.
You have to be careful now. You don't want to give away free points at the line.
Here's the pass to Bailey. 18 feet out, and the basket by Malone.
This is who Malone is, a confident scorer who knows when to rise and fire.
Skiles, the pass to Kite. Here's Newman. Here's Skiles. The kick out to Scott. Pass to Kite. Clock at 4. A three from Anderson. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Got to step out on that, or else Anderson going to cook you from deep.
Stockton outside. To the paint. Here's Malone. Brown trying to free himself up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, you can't go for this if you're the defense. I mean, once Malone has you in the air, it's over. You're done.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
That free throw, no good.
As the youngest of 9 children, Malone had to be strong growing up. And that physicality is clearly translated to the basketball court.
And the second free throw, good. And it's the Magic with the ball. Here's Skiles. Nothing on the board. Passes it to Anderson. Over Malone. And it's Utah with the rebound. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Tell you what, they had that scoreboard singing and dinging, giving them that work.
An impressive win without question. Undaunted on hostile ground.
Now here's Malone. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
And you know, once again, the lead changes. It has been a tug of war all game long.
And it's a shame one of these teams will lose tonight. Both have played their hearts out.
Here's Newman after the basket by Utah. And here's Anderson from the arc. The rebound by Malone. Stockton outside. Malone, a screen on Scott. Here's Stockton. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You can tell Stockton has run into this problem before. Beating the interior defense with a savvy floater.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Substitution on the court.
Reynolds passes to Shaw. Pass to Reynolds. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Wilson. Here is Shaw. Lets it go from deep. Utah with the rebound. Brown's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Malone, the pass to Murdoch. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Malone. And Reynolds pulls it down. The Magic trail by 4. They could use a bucket. Scott, good. Scott's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Oh, man, check out the handle. I didn't know he had that in his game.
Stockton outside. Malone sets the pick for Stockton. Pass to Murdoch. Kicks to Brown. Stockton up top. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here is Shaw. Passes to Reynolds. To the inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Utah leading. 1:57 left here in the first quarter. The screen from Brown. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the way in.
Brilliant use of the floater. Measuring it to perfection and dropping it in with ease.
Here is Shaw. Still scoreless. Pass to Reynolds. The kick out to Scott. The 3 gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And that's exactly what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Stockton outside. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. To the wing right side. The pass to Bailey. And Utah again with the bucket.
The defense getting hung up on the pick there. They've got to get over it.
And every time they don't, they're just allowing the shooter to find the jumper.
Pass to Wilson. Passes it to Scott. Shoots the 3. And it's Malone with the rebound. Malone's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Bailey. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. And the basket by Malone. 9 points for Karl Malone.
The paint is unquestionably Malone's real estate. That's his domain. He makes it really difficult to stop him down low.
Here is Shaw. 9 points last game. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Both teams will make substitutions.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Utah's on defense, leading by 5. Here's Reynolds. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte.
And his passing was just on another level entirely. He was dissecting the defense with his ball movement and getting his guys great looks.
The Magic have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Shooting for Orlando. Wilson at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Malone. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Karl Malone getting it done for the Utah Jazz. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. Back to the action in just a minute. Some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Jazz.
The most consistent attack on offense so far has been the mid-range jump shot. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
In September, it was announced that the U.S. would use pros at the Summer Games. And this summer in Barcelona, Mike, it should be incredible.
You don't have to imagine anymore. We will see a team with Jordan, Bird, Magic, Ewing, all together. A dream come true this summer.
What do you think? I mean, like, they have all those guys. It's an all-star team, but it's a super all-star team. One team with all those players. Is there enough room?
This is just a reminder to the rest of the world that if we put all of our weapons together, we're pretty darn good in basketball. Our game.
The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for 2, Murdoch.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The Magic trail by 6. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Perilous screen on Malone. Skiles the pass to Shaw. 5 on the clock. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Can't lose sight of Shaw, especially when he's in that mid-range area.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Murdoch. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Reynolds, guarded by Malone. Here's Wilson, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
That's his first.
Impressive how he endured that contact and still got the shot to go down.
That took a lot of focus and just the right amount of power.
The Magic shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Edwards, he's checked in for the Jazz. And the free throw, no good. Utah leading. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Shaw with the rebound.
When you bring it inside, you have to go up strong because more often than not, you'll face stiff defense.
The game now all time.
Boy, Brian Shaw could have rolled that ball to his teammate. He was so wide open.
For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Murdoch. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. The Jazz with another miss.
Well, we've seen him make this shot often with no defensive coverage. He's got to be kicking himself he didn't make that one.
Here is Shaw. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to Reynolds. Careless screen on Malone. From 15 feet away, Orlando again with the bucket.
That's an awful defensive lapse, allowing the uncontested jumper.
And here's Malone. He'll bring it up for Utah. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Outside, Edwards. Off the run. That's good from Malone on the assist from Edwards. Malone's got it all tied up now for the Jazz. The Magic have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Skiles the pass to Shaw. 6 to shoot. Here's Reynolds. And there are the Magic with another bucket. Here's Murdoch. 8 points his last outing. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Boy, what a nifty play off the dribble there. Creates barely enough space to get off the shot.
Here's Skiles. No scoring in this one. Reynolds passes to Wilson. It's good.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Jazz have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Murdoch. He's got 5. Now here's Malone. And he uses the glass on the layup. Malone's got 6 in the quarter.
Such a talented shooting guard. I love whenever Malone looks to score inside, too.
Here's Skiles. Now the pass to Reynolds. Inside, Wilson. Rebounded by the Jazz.
And he may think better of that next time. Had little to no chance to convert there.
Murdoch passes to Malone. Pass to Murdoch. Pocket 6. Utah needs to get off a shot here. That puts them in the lead. And the Jazz lead by 2.
And that contact isn't going to faze Eden. He excels at staying in control.
Here's Skiles. Still scoreless. Reynolds passes to Wilson. Rebounded by Bailey.
He's not going to get a much better look than that. Waste of a terrific opportunity, unfortunately.
Here's Murdoch. 5 points in the game. Left side, Edwards. Pass to Murdoch. Malone in the corner. Fires from the wing. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Well, you want the ball in his hands. A real good offensive play.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Both teams deciding to change it up. The Magic trail by 4. Here is Shaw. Anderson outside. Pass to Kite. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Just 4 to shoot. Anderson kicks to Scott. The Magic again can't hit. Jazz leading by 4. Edwards looking it over. Stockton outside. And there's the pass to Bailey. Here's Eaton. And finally they hit one. Eaton's got the lead up to 6 now for the Jazz.
A 7'4" force around the hoop. Mark Eaton will eat you alive. You have to get a body on him.
Here is Shaw. Anderson outside. To end the drought. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Excellent vision on display, dropping a dime to set up his teammate.
Jazz have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. On the wing, Stockton. Back to Edwards. To the middle. Intercepted. Here is Shaw. Pass to Newman. And here's Anderson. Scott kicks to Anderson. Here is Shaw. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Now just a 2-point Utah lead. Jazz shooting in the second quarter has been superb. 58% from the field. Stockton outside. This is it to Malone. Rebound by the Magic.
Incredible effort defensively. No easy buckets.
Pass to Shaw. Here's Kite. Here's Newman. His last outing, he had 8 points. There's the pass to Shaw. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's deflected.
At 7'4", Eaton can just devour shots. Try to go anywhere near him, and this is what can happen.
Number 2, David Senwell.
Newman, the pass to Shaw. Pass to Scott from the arc. That's good. He's 5 for 9. It's been neck and neck, Mike, this entire first half.
Yeah, 8 lead changes so far. These clubs are looking evenly matched.
Now here's Edwards. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Rockets in Houston. Stockton finds Edwards. That shot is off. Orlando leading. Outside, Scott. Inside. And there's the call on Karl Malone. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Anderson passes to Newman. And Scott has it in the corner. Here's Skiles. Shot clock at 5. Down low. Malone with the rebound. Malone's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Stockton outside. Anderson against Malone. Passes to Brown. Trying to end the drought. With 1 on the clock. And finished off by Brown. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Back and forth we go, Kevin. If this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we got us a real treat on our hands.
Orlando with the ball after the basket by Utah. And the Jazz pushing it up now. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And this is what Malone does, putting pressure on the D and drawing these calls.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
A key cog in this team's offensive machine. Malone knows they look for him to score and score often.
The Magic making a switch here. Shaw's checked in. And both free throws good for Malone.
The defense keeps fouling him, and he's making them pay for it.
Shaw passes to Kite. 1:10 left to play in the first half. And stolen by Stockton. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Now Anderson. He's got 8. Shaw passes to Anderson. And the foul called on Edwards. That'll be his second foul of the game. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Boy, he is all over that shot. I mean, had it read the whole way, got himself in the position, and then was able to make the play.
46 seconds left now here in the second. Kite passes to Anderson. Good ball movement here by the Magic. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the elbow. Basket good. Shaw's got 6. 35 seconds left in the first half. Stockton outside. He feeds it to Malone. Right side, Edwards.
If they just take care of the rock here, they can take the last shot.
It's tough to tell you guys not to take a shot, especially if they have an open look.
Here is Shaw. He has 6. Pass to Scott. Over Edwards. And that one released in time, but no good. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Jazz lead by 1. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena. You're watching 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so Stockton will bring it up for Utah. It's a 1-point game. Malone sets the pick for Stockton. And the jam by Karl Malone.
A wizard running that pick and roll. Stockton another assist.
The pass to Newman. Pass to Anderson. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Malone. Malone's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Stockton outside. The jump hook. It's hauled in by Newman. The Magic trail by 3. Outside, Scott. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Edwards brings the double team. Passes it to Scott. Clock at 4. Shoots over Malone. Another miss by Orlando.
From the mid-range, you really want to avoid contested attempts.
And it's blocked. And they recover it. On the wing, Malone. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now. Magic have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Skiles, the pass to Scott. Over Edwards. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Scott.
Excellent distribution. That possession highlighting how important unselfishness is.
Stockton outside. Brown trying to free himself up. Stockton's shot is good. Stockton's got 6.
Courageous play by Stockton, going inside amongst the trees to find the high percentage look.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Scott inside, Edwards there, just 5 on the clock. Here's Skiles. He's covered by Stockton. Skiles' shot is off. Throws it up high, and Malone with the stop.
Making it look all too easy. Throw it Malone's way, and he will not disappoint.
The Magic trail by 7. Here's Skiles. Hasn't made one yet. Scott against Edwards. Scott the pass to Skiles. Releases from the wing and drills it. Skiles has got his first points of the night.
I think he's got to show more fight than that. Can't give up on the play once you get screened. You got to continue to fight through.
And coach is definitely going to be frustrated with that effort, or lack of one, that is.
Now, here's Stockton. He's got 6.
Trust Stockton to make smart play calls like this one, using the pick and roll to get himself free for a high-quality shot.
Here's Skiles. Pass to Scott. Over Edwards. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Scott.
The first thing Scott Skiles is looking to do, pass it. You love that from your lead guard.
Stockton outside. Malone sets the pick for Stockton. On the wing, Malone. Malone with the screen. Pulls it from 20. And again, it's Utah.
And he has been dialed in since the tip with his shot. Great output from him so far.
Here's Skiles. And the pass to Scott. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Anderson against Malone. On the wing, Stockton. He dishes it to Malone. He's off on that one. The Magic trail by 7. Outside, Scott. Pass to Anderson. And Brown over to help. Anderson passes to Newman. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
That's exactly what a team needs when they're playing from behind. Energetic defense.
Jazz leading by 7. Stockton with it. 8 points for him. Malone sets the pick for Stockton. Malone in the corner. 6 to shoot. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Carrying much of the load here in this one. Pulling them out to a nice lead.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. So it's Orlando now. They trail by 9 points. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Here's Newman. Passes it to Skiles. 5 to shoot. No one near him. The Magic again can't hit.
I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he was too open or something. He really should have hit that one.
Here's Malone. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
Malone, an outstanding passer at the power forward position. He's got really good floor awareness and has a really good understanding of when to get the ball to the open man.
Here's Skiles. Anderson outside. Sweet little floater. Anderson's got 10 points in the game.
Brilliant use of the floater. Measuring it to perfection and dropping it in with ease.
Stockton outside. Here's Malone. And that one drops for him. Malone's got the lead up to 11 now for the Jazz.
And, you know, they aren't showing any signs of easing up. Their offense looks superb right now.
They can't get careless with the lead. So far, this hasn't been the case.
And the shot goes down.
Slick jumper by Skiles, finding a way to generate a shot for himself.
Stockton outside. On the wing, Malone. Over Anderson. Again, Malone missing.
And even though that one didn't go down, that's really good shot selection.
This is what the coaches are encouraging, even when these type of shots don't fall.
Now, here's Scott. 16 points for him. And the foul called on Edwards. And that'll be his third foul so far. Bailey's checked in for Edwards. Shaw's checked in for the Magic. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Up and in and on the layup. He's got 8.
He's got good size, sure showing what he can do down low.
Pass to Malone. Good D by Anderson. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Orlando Magic. 7-point differential. The pass to Kite. Here's Newman. Trying to find Scott. Gets it to him. Pass to Newman. Shot clock at 6. And Scott has it in the corner. Newman with the bucket. And now just a 5-point Utah lead.
Rather than wearing down, both teams picking up steam in the second half.
Like a sprint to the finish. Something's gotten into them at halftime.
Now here's Malone. He's got 24. Stockton dishes to Malone. And then Malone with the dunk.
Stockton is so good at passing the ball. One of the best dime droppers in the game.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. The Magic trail by 7. Here is Shaw. He's got 8. Anderson outside. And it's Utah with the rebound. Malone's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. The dish to Malone. Stockton outside. 4 on the clock. Brown with a screen on Anderson. 3-pointer. Stockton. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And Stockton's stroke is so pure, especially when he's firing away from downtown.
Here's Newman. Passes to Shaw. Pass to Newman. Here is Shaw. He's defended by Stockton. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Utah leading by 10. On the wing, Malone. Back to Stockton. Over Shaw. And there's Stockton. That's good on the assist by Malone. Stockton's got 9 points in the quarter.
From mid-range now, Stockton can light it up. He'll take those shots anytime he can.
Here is Shaw. He's covered by Stockton. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And they can ill afford mistakes like that one.
They need to make their own breaks to come back and not shoot themselves in the foot.
Wilson, he's checked in for Orlando. Reynolds comes in for Anderson. Utah shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Stockton outside. On the wing, Malone. Back to Stockton. The pass to Eaton. Over Shaw. The shot's good from Eaton. Eaton's got the lead up to 14 now for the Jazz.
Look at Eaton striking from outside the paint. I bet the D thought they were safe with him out there.
Here is Shaw. He's defended by Stockton. Careless screen on Malone. And there's the try. He gets it in there. Reynolds has got 8 points.
Absolutely fearless with that mid-range shot. Surprised he got it up and over him.
That looked like he just knew where he was on the court. Great job to finish the play.
Now, here's Stockton. He's got 13. On the jam by Karl Malone.
They're starting to idle down and settle in. Much better shot selection this half.
Yeah, they're showing great patience at the offensive end.
Here is Shaw. Pass to Wilson. Pass to Scott. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Scott is a steady role player, actually a little more than a role player. This guy is a lethal sharpshooter from deep and can really stretch the floor.
The Magic have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good from Scott, and Utah making a change here. Edwards is checked in. The Magic making a switch here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 23 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Stockton outside. No one near Edwards at all, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That run punctuated by the big trifecta. They're on fire.
And so it's Utah. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And we'll be back with you shortly. as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. The Magic trail by 15. Here's Skiles. Pass to Reynolds. Perilous screen on Stockton. Here's Reynolds. He's covered by Stockton. Reynolds, good.
I bet Coach loves to see this. Attacking the interior for a safer shot.
To the inside. Murdoch. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Stockton's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Murdoch's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. The pass to Reynolds. To the paint. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Love seeing this kind of interior passing. This is how you break a defense down.
Stockton outside. Out to the right wing. Murdoch passes to Stockton. Just 5 to shoot. It's good.
Making the defense look helpless there. Stockton enjoying toying with their feelings a little bit.
The Magic trail by 15. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
I know, Mike, you love how guys are making plays for one another, and we've seen it all game long.
Yeah, a real balanced attack. Total team effort.
Now here's Stockton. Here's Murdoch. To the inside. AD that time from Harrell. The Magic have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Shaw passes to Wilson. Eaton grabs the miss. Eaton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Jazz leading by 13. Stockton outside. Pass to Bailey. Back to Stockton. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Magic.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Good job, foul. Eaton. Third personal foul. First team foul. Magic substitution. Tate. Fields.
So it's Orlando now, trailing by 13. Passes it to Shaw. Here's Skiles. Pass to Reynolds. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Stockton. Second chance effort. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Plays with so much ferocity, erasing that size mismatch clearly.
He won't be bullied in there regardless of the height disadvantage.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, throughout this game, they've been lighting it up from mid-range. I love seeing that. They've made that the focus of their offense, and it's really paid off.
Another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size in there tonight.
And that one misses. Utah leading by 11. Here's Murdoch. On the wing, Stockton.
Reynolds. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. From the wing, Orlando grabs the miss. With the drive, Shaw, and the lead is down inside single digits.
Quickness kills. Shaw showing you why.
Jazz have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Stockton outside. There's a good screen. Goes right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
He's a pass-first point guard, but Stockton is a more than capable scorer and has a good understanding of when to go into attack mode.
Here's Skiles. Now the pass to Reynolds. Here's Skiles. Clock at 6. Goes back up. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Wilson.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Here's Murdoch. Down low. Here's Bailey. Second chance shot. Orlando grabs the miss. Kite's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Reynolds can't hit. And so Stockton will bring it up for Utah. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Murdoch. Back to Stockton. To the middle. And they double up Brown for the 3. And it's Kite with the rebound. Kite's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. A step back shot here, and Skiles gets it to go.
Well, I like the determination and the hustle. This guy leaves it all out there every time he's between the lines.
Here's Murdoch. On the wing, Stockton. Pass to Murdoch. And he drives in, shoots from the right block, and the basket by Bailey. And the Jazz lead by 9.
That's 6-11 of Bailey coming at you on the drive. Good luck slowing him down.
Latrey hits the three-point bomb.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Utah calls timeout.
Coach wants to discuss things here. A few things to address.
And keeping everyone on the same page requires that communication.
For the Magic, women's check in for Wilson. Scott comes in for Shaw. It's Anderson in for Reynolds. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Guys, during that last break, I heard what Jerry Sloan talked to his team about. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Stockton passes to Malone. Here's Bailey, defended by Scott. Here's Malone. It's good. And that's now 19 points for Karl Malone.
Hey, this is a rinse and repeat just like last game. He's had his fingerprints all over this one, looking totally dominant.
He realizes his strengths on offense and does a fantastic job playing to them and finding ways to stay hot.
Now here's Anderson. Scott kicks to Anderson. Orlando moving the ball around. 2 on the clock. From deep, and it's blocked by Brown. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Edwards, he's checked in for Utah. Jazz leading by 8. Stockton outside. Kicks it out to Malone. That's good. And a nice assist from Stockton. Malone's got 12 points here in the second half.
Hey, you know, something that separates Malone from other forwards, he's got a sweet jumper, which can draw defenders out of the lane, opening up things for Malone and his teammates.
Dishes it to Stockton. Feeds it to Malone. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And now it's a 12-point Jazz lead. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Skiles. Anderson outside. On the wing, Scott. Edwards defending. 5 to shoot. This is it to Sky. It's hauled in by Brown. Jazz leading by 12. Edwards inside, defended by Scott. Edwards dishes to Malone. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Their offense has really stood out. They're piling up the points and torching this defense.
I like how under control they've been on offense, keeping things simple and running their plays well.
Free throw drops from Malone. The Magic trail by 15. Here's Skiles. Anderson outside. Tight passes to Scott. Here's Newman. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Utah leading by 15. Stockton. Outside Edwards. Here's Malone. Banked in off the glass. Malone's got 6 in the quarter.
And, you know, their lead just continues to grow, and it's not just because of their offense. They're getting it done at both ends.
Yeah, their defense has been stellar as well. Great work on both ends.
Here's Newman. And there's the pass to Scott. The Magic again can't hit.
And to me, they appear desperate to stop this cold streak right now. So far, nothing is working.
You can see the frustration is mounting, and because of this, their offense has been sputtering.
Basket counts. Malone's got 17 now, just in the second half.
The defense getting hung up on the pick there. They've got to get over it.
And every time they don't, they're just allowing the shooter to find the jumper.
The line for the Jazz. One shot.
And something to consider in the upcoming draft classes, like the possibility of a high school player making the jump right to the NBA.
We've seen it before, although it's rare. Not sure how many could make that jump or if it's the right move. A few might try. Let's keep our eyes open in the near future.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And there's the call on Karl Malone. That'll be his second foul of the game. Utah's on defense. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Here's Skiles. Pass to Newman. Stop the run, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Malone.
Shooting for Orlando. Newman, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. Jazz leading by 18. Stockton outside. Malone sets the pick for Stockton. Takes the elbow jumper and trains it. Stockton's got 6 in the quarter.
As they keep expanding this lead, keep feeding him the ball.
He's having a great shooting night, so yeah, I'd say getting him the rock is a great game plan.
Here's Skiles. Here's Anderson. And he gets it to go.
A well-timed feed was the catalyst for that bucket. That's how you set someone up for success.
And so Stockton will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. On the wing, Malone. Over Anderson. And Malone gets it to go on the assist by Stockton. Malone's got 33 points.
You know, at one point it looked like there was still a chance, but I think that time has come and gone.
Now they're just hoping to end with something they can build on.
Here's Skiles. Anderson outside. Scott the pass to Skiles. Shot clock at 6. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. The trend we're seeing in the NBA now, Mike, is an influx of talent from overseas teams. It seems to me are scouting worldwide.
It shows how far basketball has come as an international sport. Players are coming to the NBA from every continent. This is a global game now.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
Let's look at the score differential in this one. I mean, a truly commanding and dominant performance here for the Jazz.
Mike, no question about this one, delivering a decisive victory here.
They were able to execute better and made the most of their chances. Fantastic performance from the whole roster.
You said it. And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them. And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for John Stockton.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
Here's Murdoch following the bucket by Orlando. Stockton outside. Yep, it counts.
And this run has helped seal the win.
Give them credit for executing down the stretch. Nice work.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ramsey passes to Reynolds. Inside and stolen by Malone. Stockton outside. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. Mark dominant in every aspect of the game tonight.
They sure were, and their fans loved it. Dismantled them offensively and defensively.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, and our entire 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. See you next time.